Hello and welcome back to Karlova Design channel. In this video I'm gonna show you how to make a mini leather dress form that could be a great decoration for any leatherworking shop or just a cool gift for anyone who likes sewing. This project has taken me quite a while to figure out. I had to make a few versions that I didn't actually like before I was happy with it, and it has generated a huge pile of scraps. However, in the end I made something that I'm really proud of, so let's get started. As usual, let's begin with printing the pattern and cutting out the pieces. I am using firm 3-ounce Crazy Horse, and this is what I recommend for this project. It's about 1.5 millimeters. However, you can use anything medium and probably even soft leather or canvas. In this case you will have to stitch it turned because we use stuffing and it's gonna keep its shape in any case. The pattern has stitching holes marked for 5 millimeter stitching irons. I recommend making little darts in the top neck piece because this way we can avoid the mushroom shape. First, make small cuts in between the holes, about a couple of millimeters deep, and then cut at an angle, so you will be cutting out little triangles. And as usual, I'm using my favorite polishing technique with a toconol, so the surface will be nice and shiny. I am also sanding and burnishing those edges that will be visible. Let's start with stitching together the pieces that are marked as center and front. Do it for both sides, and then let's take the halves of the back and stitch each shoulder together. Now let's stitch the darts on the sides. You can actually do it after you stitch everything else. I'm doing it now. I'm using parallel stitches. You can use cross stitches or even baseball stitch, anything that is suitable for this kind of seam. Oh, and I didn't mention the thread as I usually do. In this project I'm using Rita 25.6 millimeter thick, so it's pretty lightweight thread. Now let's stitch the sides in. Don't forget to mark which one's which, but if you forgot, each side is kind of leaning towards the front. Now let's stitch the front together. After we're done stitching, we should get something that looks like a chicken. Let's get to the neck. We should skive one side of the neck because we don't want that bump on the back seam. And now let's stitch the neck top part to the straight part of the neck side. You can actually take a longer thread here, so you just continue and stitch that back vertical seam right away. Start stitching at the unskived side, so the skived side will be on top. Now, because all the dress forms have some kind of decorative element on top of their neck, I decided to use a Sam Brown stud. It's the biggest one I've got. I think it's about 10 mil. But you can get creative and use something more interesting there, I'd say. I would love to see all of your ideas. I'm gonna use the same thread and stitch the neck to the body. I'm gonna start with a second hole from the edge because I need some space for overlapping. When I start stitching the back together, the right side of the back will need some space for the seam allowance under the neck. And in this last stitch, the halves of the back also overlap with each other. And in order to avoid doing back stitches in such confined space, I just make a knot there so it won't come apart in any way. And starting with the top hole that is behind the neck side seam allowance, stitch the back together. I have two chopsticks that are left from a sushi delivery. I'm gonna use them for the stand. You can use anything you want. Maybe you can even buy ready-made stands in some craft supply store, or use a candle holder, or just anything you can imagine. I'm gonna show you how to make it if you don't have anything else. So we're gonna tie two chopsticks together with the sharper ends facing inside. I'm just gonna take 1 mil waxed thread and just tie them together in a way that I think will hold pretty well. As you can see, it doesn't look very pretty, but it's gonna be inside of the dress form. It will not be visible, so we shouldn't worry about it. And you don't have to put the bottom on at this stage. I did, I don't know why, but it's not necessary, you can do it later. I have some padding polyester and this is what I'm gonna stuff it with. I believe you can use plenty of other materials, but I don't have anything else, so I'm gonna cut it into smaller pieces so I can better distribute it inside the dress form. I didn't film the part where I attached a small piece of polyester to the end of the chopstick that goes into the neck, and I used some masking tape for it. This is done so the chopstick is not gonna slip out while you are stuffing the dress form. Carefully distribute the stuffing around the chopstick so the chopstick stays in the middle of everything. After you fill the dress form, just stitch the bottom using the center marks that should be aligned with front or back seams. Then sand and burnish the bottom seam. Let's make the base. I am using 4mm thick leather, so you just cut out these 3 circles with the holes in them and glue them together. If you have heavier leather, that would be even better. If you don't have 4mm thick leather, you can just make compound circles. Just make 2 of each and glue them together first before assembling the whole thing. The diameter of the holes in the middle should be exactly the same as the diameter of your chopstick, so make sure you take the right punch. Now I'm gonna put some glue on the tip of our stand, but just a tiny thin layer so it doesn't get squeezed out. And I've also cleaned the cap of that glue container. This is it. I hope you enjoy making this cute little dress form. And if you like this video, of course, share, like, subscribe, and comment. And I'm gonna see you in the next one.